What's up, fellow gamers? Welcome back to Let's Play Seven Nights Flashpoint. Today we've got a bunch of combat to do, and right before we do that, very minor thing, if you ever have two things that are tied, in every situation I can think of, the tie goes to you and you won't drop a mission. So power supply in 0 hours, playtime forward, power supply is done, and we can upgrade the barracks. So gonna move on toward getting more mercs as we want to keep our trainer benches full, our detox benches full, and start investing more heavily into cyberware. Okay, it is time to run our siege mission first of all. Pretty solid payment here for Boldrake, who's going to cap out on influence, and then we'll follow up with Sphinx Ice afterwards. We've got our 5 mercs here to deploy. Double check, no one else is available to do anything. We got our new sniper rifle here for our sniper. We've got pretty good stuff going on. Our new Warmachine is in, complete with all our fun tools. And though Panzer and Tiger aren't the best combat equipped tools or characters, we'll do what we can. It's a reasonable squad overall, and so let's hope we do well. It's time for the siege. We're boots on the ground. Boldrake wants to make a show of strength, so let's crush them. We get a bunch of extra move points at the start, and of course a lot of guards around. And the nice thing here, actually for us, is we really aren't getting any upgraded enemy types. I'm curious if that's intentional or not. I'm going to send that as a possible bug report. Don't know if it actually is. I'll call it game balance though. PL10 Arrowhead doesn't have many upgraded troops in a siege. I'm not sure if it's intended or not, but most other factions have way more upgraded guard types. So more just balance feedback, but yeah, there's, you know, a couple of shotgunners, but not a whole lot going on here, right? Mostly basic guards. We've got a captain here, actually 2 captains in the same spot roughly, and then we've got a couple of shotgunners nearby, but everyone else is basically little baby grunts, and so shouldn't be too bad. Now ideally I would like to trigger Downer and steamroll for the team. So if Downer pops on these guys, we get a bit of time. The assault rifle only hits 2 at a time anyway. If I go up a little bit farther to here, we can get a lot in the cone. This helps me actually get more shred chances on these 2 shotgunners. These guys should be relatively easy to, you know, clean up by somebody else. And I think going first, and I mean the odds of me getting a kill are relatively high. I guess I might be caught out in the open, but I can use centering to be relatively safe. I'm pretty confident I can go for something here. So I forgot if any of my team had combat buffs. I mean, you have Nest, but like I don't think I have like coordinated charge or anything. So, all right, ready to go. Yeah, gonna put 2 shots into the shotgunners. I think is relatively appropriate. This appears to be 2 shots in the shotgunners, so the good chance of shredding, pretty good chance of critting. If I did do some delays, I could have Panzer throw down white noise, but I don't care enough about that, even though it is probably a relatively good idea. We get the crit, we get the shred first try. Downer hits on basically everyone. And I've got a decent amount of recoil now, but honestly, I think it'll be fine. I am certainly not guaranteed the kill, but I have 82% to hit you. I have 92% to hit you. Basically looks about guaranteed. Let's go. That is crits. That is a lot of damage. CK knocks down about everybody. And for funsies, we can throw look ahead and slow these guys. Well, probably can't slow you guys down. I have nowhere to really go. Almost want to just stand here, and it's going to be fine. This is not the best look ahead, but I can't do much else. I'm going to centering myself because I'm going to stay on this high ground. I might be shootable. So we'll take a small risk here, but it should be okay. The question now is who should go next? Probably someone full auto like you with this E-rifle. If I delay to 13, it's not exact. Well, let's see. You're at 9, you're at 5, and you're at 6. Okay, everyone can hit like regular delays, and Panzer can go like next. These guys are too far away to really be threatening, although I might use sniper shots. But for now, I think we can let these guys run up. I am actually, you know what? I'm pretty tempted to go for some nest shots here. Is there a... Yeah, if I'm here, I have line of sight on both of you, which seems really worthwhile. So I'm going to go up here. I'm going to pop nest. This should work really well. I'm not going to get the stealth crit chance, but I am going to get the pure damage. And, wow, you're actually... Oh, you're outside ultimate range, not inside. That actually makes some degree of sense. I think I still want to shoot these guys, though. I think it'll work reasonably well. Obstructions aren't too big of a deal, I don't think. Wow, yeah, my crit chance really isn't there. This is not ideal. I think we do kill these guys, as lame as it sort of is. Because we can use better guns for those guys. Yeah, okay. Didn't make the best of choices, but it's still going to work out okay. You are almost always dead. Got what I came for, got my 3 AP back. Of course, my recoil is going to start adding up. Thankfully not failing just yet, but it gets worse over time. 65% to hit, not a guaranteed kill. I've got what we came for, not bad at all. I'm going to leave you here. I think you standing here is fine. I can empty lung at a future point in time, and I'm not worried about it. Falcon will have a hard time doing much here. Panzer can maybe do well. I have to go pretty far to get these shots off, though. I don't love this. How capable are you of being threatening, to be honest? Yeah, I don't feel like these guys have great... These guys have urban assaults, right? Yeah, these are relatively short-range guns. I'm not too worried about getting caught out here. You have to go pretty far to catch me. I think we can hit delays and let these guys all run. If I'm wrong, I take damage here, but I think I'm okay. I think you're not enough AP. I could be wrong. Overwatch Cone is not too bad. I can handle that. You're just coming closer, which I can handle as well. Alright, you buffed the team with accuracy and move points, but you didn't get this guy with it, so not too troublesome. I actually have a shot right now. Am I... Yeah, I am overwatchable, so if I shoot, I can get hit. So, I guess it is worth noting that this does have line of sight. I guess I didn't realize that. Fair enough. They can see through here. I wasn't really aware. That's my bad, but that makes total sense, actually. As we look at this, and it's like, yeah, okay, I get why that would work. Still, though, I think we can find ways around that one. If not, that's really unfortunate, but I'm sure we'll find a way. Refract if absolutely needed. Let's see, so, yeah, you can get relatively close, say, to here. Try to not spend as many AP as we can. And Metal Scream Pulse is in range of both of them. Metal Scream does break Overwatch. It's not telling me I'm going to trigger Overwatch here, so great. Thank you very much to my wonderful stuff going here. Solid enough damage. Let's kind of try to clean up now. Let's see, I could go for you. That gives me an active shred, and then I can just go for claws. That will probably work out just fine. This guy rolled a 20, and we're not killing him right away. That part could be scary. But if I go for like an active shred on you, like you're not going to easily die. Well, let's see. If I think it's actually relatively likely I can get good initiative here by getting this kill. I think it'll actually work out. So basically, I'm planning on shredding you using claw attacks and then getting more AP afterwards, and I think it's likely to work. So we go for the active shred here. All right, you are nice and low. And am I likely to kill you in 3 claw attacks? Not easily. I'm going to burn surge for an AP. And use that to eye laser you for accuracy. Pretty solid damage, all things considered. And you are going to die to claws. Second strike should kill. Got what I came for. I'm going to delay and have the rest of my team do some stuff so that we can have more confidence how it's all going to go. Put myself here. I'm in range of both of you. Although my min range probably 8. Yeah, it is actually 8. Okay, so let's go back to here then. Which puts you at 6 meters away and you at 13. That's going to be more than reasonable. That's going to look just fine. We got 1 shred on him. Go for another set of attacks. Not likely to land all 3 bullets. In fact, I think I only landed 1 there. But it's enough that the cleanup seems very playable. I think I'm just going to run you in, as there's no reason to have Falcon use up more of her tools. Tiger can simply join in on the fun. Good enough for me, and then we'll put you somewhere where you have a decent shot of your railgun being good. Somewhere like this is going to have, I guess, spending all my AP. Somewhere like that should have reasonable coverage, and I expect it to work pretty well. So that seems fine. Enjoy your railgun. Falcon, I don't know, we'll run you forward there, because they're not going to spawn on top of me. I mean, they could spawn here. That's actually possible, I think, but good enough start. Turn 2, yeah, because reinforcements don't spawn in turn 2. I'm going to park you right here. That's where they spawned last time. Maybe they'll spawn there again. Bubbles can safely reload his gun, but otherwise, I'm pretty happy. Nest will last for a good long time, so not in a huge rush here. Yeah, you've got it for the next 3 turns, so no big deal. Tiger, I think, is still fine where she is. Remake can reload her AR and run a little bit farther up to catch more possible spawn locations. And then Panzer may as well reload the E-Rifle, and I'm thinking, if someone does go up here, I kind of want you to be nearby. So I'm going to put you up here because there's a good chance this is one of the spawn points. Okay, right over there by my Warmachine. Sounds good. Is there a second spawn? No. Okay. You rolled a 12, and my CK cannot join in any way. Alright, well, I'm going to go ahead and slow you guys down. That'll buy me a little something. If I delay to 15, that gives you some space to work with. You don't have any shots yet. Delay to 13. You've got shots. Inside optimal is not ideal. I'm going to go here. It's my best, most accurate shot. These are all relatively tanky, durable enemies. But you're my best shot, and so let's go twice. First shred is good. Makes second attack better. Unlikely to crit. Indeed didn't get it. That's fine. Falcon delaying to 11 is okay. What I want to do is yield and have Panzer throw down crit chance for the team. So you're not in range for the E-rifle. If you go... Yeah, if I go here, I snap, and I have all three of you. Which does not give me Shuriken Wave, but it will give me White Noise. That's going to be good enough for me. Would have loved to have one more AP, but it is what it is. We'll short it as much as we can. Maybe we catch another group on another spawn timing, who knows. But here looks pretty reasonable. I could hit fewer people. By not aiming for the fire comm, we actually give more room for the Warmachine to get stuff done. That seems kind of appropriate to me. Let's put more bullets on the captain. I think this is fine. I shoot 5 bullets overall, 3 on the captain, 3 on the shotgun. Seems reasonable to me. We get a shred. We get a crit, not a shred. That's okay. I am tempted to throw down smokescreen to cover the team. You're already done. You're going to be fighting in melee. And so I'm kind of feeling like throwing smokescreen down can help the fight go well. So I could have cast this earlier. It would have given a bit of a better damage boost, but it is what it is. I'm going to have you guys still stick around like this, although now I probably will run up and look for centering. Put it on the Warmachine, as she's the most in danger of taking real damage. But that combination should go pretty well. I could be wrong, of course, and it goes terribly, but I am hopeful. Here you go, Falcon. I am a little nervous here, to be honest. Let's see. I'm in range of you, but you're not shredded yet. Okay, I can pretty easily go to up here. That puts me in smoke screen, and we'll see if Slash Slide goes in my favor or not. I'm really unsure how Slash Slide works across smokes. It's been inconsistent for me in the past. But now that doesn't like fully block line of sight. Yep, this looks really good. I want to be in range of all three, so let's find a spot where that's true. I'm in range of all three. That's great. That's a shred, which is just fine for me. It's just some regular damage, which is a little bit scarier, and you're all the way dead. Okay, Claws should work really well at killing you off then. That's okay. Second try will work. There's a bunch of bonus kinetic damage and multiple attacks with the sword. And so, yeah, this is basically a guarantee. Even a glance, I think we can get through. Got what I came for, and I'm still going to stick around in the smoke screen. This should be fine. Bubble's going to stay where he is. Pretty solid turn. Didn't even need the extra combat leverage. Another group, similar spot. Hello again. Enemies inbound. This will be a second spawn, though. And maybe... Oh, no, it's not a second spawn. I take it back. Bubble still can't play. That doesn't really matter. Remake could. If I go here, I am no longer looking through smoke. That seems a worthy choice to get some shreds and maybe trigger downer. That was a crit, so that is downer. 1 AP. Let's just shoot one person. Let's see. You're not shredded. Doesn't really matter. I guess you need to shred most. You have enough health left. Didn't get it. Unlucky. Is what it is. Tiger. Massive smoke penalty. Still not the worst accuracy afterwards, but not exactly ideal. If I'm from here, these shots are looking pretty good. It's a decent use of her time. I'm going to delay, though, because that way she can use Refract if needed, if things go really weird. Like, you can stay where you are. It's fine. Panzer going full auto seems pretty good. I think they're both dead. Oh, yeah, they're both dead. Reload for 3. That's fine. Only 1 magazine left. Falcon. Honestly, you're kind of fine where you are. I think you can just chill. Tiger, you can just chill. Bubbles, you can also just chill. Look, you got your 3 kills. It was good. I'm proud of you. Turn 5. Nope, turn 6 will be the last group. I think your nest is timing out. Yeah, it's about to. Still, though, you're fine where you are. Same for Tiger. Same for Falcon. Remake can... Not going to reload the SMG. Doesn't matter at all. I'll reload the AR, and I'll put you here. There might be a spawn, you know, here or something. Who knows? And then Panzer, already fine where he is. Let's go. All right, last spawn. Quick cleanup, probably. Last group. Okay, they're always in the same spot. I skipped. We'll see them at the end. Okay, there are 2 groups. Yep, okay, cool. That's actually just fine with me. Now, I'd like to get line of sight on you. Unfortunately, they are really quite hidden. So he has to wait until these guys run, or he has no attacks at all. That's really unfortunate, but we can find a way around that one, hopefully. If they go up this way, we're totally okay. Falcon. But it led to 13, that's fine. I'm going to yield to Panzer to see if he needs any help with cleanup. I think we're just going to go E-Rifle twice. It's not worth going for Shuriken Wave, I think. Solid crits. We go again. Yep. Turns out, E-Rifles are pretty good. Good job, Panzer. We dropped a late-game gun, and it's really good. It's a really good late-game gun. Alright. I kind of want to wait. So, you are melee, so you can't do anything. It's funny. If you get too close to the ground, the cursor... it, like, arguably works differently, in a way. Anyway. Yeah, so you're real and have an E-Rifle. Or, sorry, an Urban Assault. Panzer, or Remake, probably has line of sight on you. Tiger could shoot once. I mean, what are the odds they stand somewhere where I get 2 shots? Honestly, not even that low. I think we can wait that out. You've got shots here. This will look pretty good. We get a crit. We get a shred. That is downer. Guess what? When he's going to lose your turn if I want. But we might just get the kills outright. Doesn't matter who I aim at. Okay, we did it. We're the best. We're the best. It's easy. We're the best. Assault team broken. Yeah, they never even got to act. Some of that was they were given, you know, basic grunts, but also, yeah, you spawn 3 guards on a turn and we're in range. You just kind of instantly win. Decent amount of XP here. Actually has been some discussion recently about whether full combat missions are rewarding enough. It's been a bug, and it's been a bug for over a year, but I guess no one reported that it felt too unrewarding. Battle Strikes, this was a siege. Battle Strike is the other pure combat type, are actually bugged to give roughly half the money they're supposed to. They're meant to give more than a normal mission, but the way the dev described it was there was an extra line of scripting at the end that then set the price back to 70% of a normal mission, when that wasn't the intent. And so Battle Strikes have been mistakenly worth less money than every other mission type in the game. There's also a roughly 10% XP boost. They actually said it was 10%. I didn't know that until just now, or yesterday or whatever. But the intentional XP boost for missions like these is 10%. That might not be quite high enough. They're going to actually put that, or something like that, into some of the pre-mission stuff. So there's like more, like forewarning that, hey, this is a mission that's going to give more XP. That's useful, right? Anyway, we got some XP. Bulldrake is 100% influence. We have a couple levels we can spend. Some of the XP fed through into the SimStream trainer, so that's kind of nice. Haze goes plus. We could inject programs here and then eventually move towards getting a lower cooldown. Primarily here. We can get +1 charge as well. Eventually we want plus charge on field coordination as well, though we're not there, of course. Coke Inspire has some value, and eventually I probably want to run this, but for now I'm not in a huge rush. Efficiency Grind is kind of nice, dropping the cooldown. Honestly, it makes his talent 50% stronger, which is pretty good, I would say. But yeah, I'm really kind of banking on field coordination charges and digital coordination charges, trying to inject files and as much as I can. So I'm going to go toward cooldown here. Don't need this very much, but I'm, you know, on the way towards something else. +2 on the EX is nice. I will be honest, I kind of forgot what I was going for. It was probably going to be duration, to be honest. So that line crawler is really sick. I really don't think I need these. I'm still not the biggest fan of Shuriken Waves upgrades. I think if plus charge at the very start, I'd be willing to grab it. Maybe even radius. I kind of wish this was in 2 lines so I could make more choices myself for what I wanted. But ultimately, until they add more drones, not going to bother with Leech or Endcoat Bullet. Those do seem nice for when that finally comes around. I think we will go ahead and take Line Crawler stuff. I have yet to play with 100% bounce chance Line Crawler. It sounds very fun. And then the next thing I'm going to go for is Glitch, because I've been generally giving it a bad rap, but I want to give it a fair shot. +1 on the Warmachine, only level 12. Not super far in for sure. I got what I want from Clawmaster. I got what I want from Redline. I was going to keep going on Pulse Gen. And then ideally, we can invest into Berserk Haze. Because it takes 1 turn off of your cybernetics, so I can get 3 charges of Berserk Haze and use that to try to force my pulse generators on more quickly as well. 0 AP pulse gen, also kind of nice. I'm not saying this is great for 5 points, but I still want to give it its shot. Though again, I do think this is actually a fairly weak talent relative to, well, yeah, relative to the class. That is the talent points being done. Great. It is now time for Sphinx Ice. I want to drop at least one person from this. I am not bringing a Wire Ghost. So one of Tiger or Panzer should drop here. And I'm going to run the Sniper instead, I think. I'm going to... It's tough to say. I think I'm going to leave the Sniper in and drop the EX. What I'm going to do is move a couple of pieces of gear around. I'm going to have you drop the E-Rifle and give it to you, as it's a better weapon overall. That's the wrong E-Rifle. Apologies. There we go. So I think this is going to be the team for the mission. I've been running the Vanguard kind of non-stop recently, but I really like it. Actually, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna play it this way. I think it's fine. Before I forget, I got to put on my silencers again, though. So let's grab a solid silencer on this. Now I'm down to 30 meters. Let's grab my best silencer. Yep, right here for the SMG. That looks solid. Vanguard is what it is, but the Sniper, we can switch this out for... let's see, are you... Yep, you're the better suppressor. Minus 28 puts this at 30 meters noise. Not that bad. Revolver is reasonable. I don't mind this. I think this is fine. I can give you the damage barrel, though. And then for you, yeah, you've got what you've got. Not too worried about this one. This is going to be the team. Before I forget, let me send my Agent EX into the SimStream Trainer. Your stress is not too bad. Go gain some XP, buddy. Have fun with that one. And we're going to go ahead and run Sphinx Ice. Yeah, I'll wait on using counter intel until that mission is over. It's due immediately. We get some favors if we kill 12. We might stick around because favors for her are very useful. They are how we can bring 5 people into a mission, or a combat-only mission, I should say. Mini Stroop not needed. Unplugged cameras might be nice. Honestly, nah, I'm not going to bother. We're going to prep our formworks to deploy. Here is our team. It's time for our second mission. We're here. It's time to get to work. The hardened target is in striking distance, so we've got to kill them, and then we can extract at the end. Hardened target way over there, so all the way across the map. Again, no value in these matrix hosts, but the loot boxes are kind of nice. Exits are... Okay, this will be unopenable without hacking the host. That's not going to be possible, but we can always exit back there. Of course, I do want my loot boxes, so I'm probably going to sweep around like this, and then around like this, and then across at the end. And I'm honestly willing to generate tally, because I don't believe there are going to be 12 guards in this map. And so I'm going to say bring it. These guys aren't super strong. I think we'll feel okay overall. I am probably going to lower their initiatives to make sure the next turn goes well. Also, this spawn is always really annoying. They are hard to hit. Thankfully, they are standing on a thing right there, so you can see their head. That actually gives you line of sight, but they're pretty much under hard cover. Still, though, generate the tally, let some guards come over. I think that is totally fine. Again, want to make sure, though, that I'm not getting jumped too hard, so I'm going to slow you guys down a little bit. You're heading my way on initiative 16. You have a chance of beating me in initiative, but I'm not worried. I'm just going to take this, and it's fine. Yep, run the Sniper up as well. Seems reasonable enough to me. If I have direct line of sight on this person, which I don't believe I do, I could use Perimeter Eye, but I don't have direct line of sight, so that's going to be done. Tiger simply going to sprint out here, and this will put you in range of the loot box, maybe. It's close. I should have maybe thought about banking 1 AP and using Lure. I didn't. But I'm pretty tempted to Refract and make it much safer for them to run at us this next turn. I think it's worth it. It is going to block a lot of my teammates' ability to deal damage, but I think it'll be for the best overall. Again, I could be wrong about that assessment, but this is what I believe. I don't want to get opened up, and yeah, it turns out, again, we all won on initiative anyway, but I think letting these guards run on their turn, and probably having, yep, 4 guards. I am baiting 4 guards in so I can get all these kills. I am actually hoping to escalate every single turn and generate a lot of reinforcements, as so far there's only 6 on the map. There's going to be a pack here as well, of course. That'll be another 4. That's still only 10. And unless there's 2 guards hiding over here, we still need reinforcements. So for now, let's wait. Let's have the guards go have their turn. You are on the way, but you're not here. Oh, if they're running, they're going much closer. Nope, you're just patrolling. You were not woken up. I believe you won't see me. Yep, I was right. Look at that. It's beautiful. And it allows us to... Okay, yeah, you weren't woken up either, but... You're going to be in a... Yep, you're shootable. So, of course, there are going to be guards moving relatively soon against me, but that's not a huge problem. Run here, trigger this thing is fine. No one else hears the gunfire, so I do want to make sure that I can get what I want, which is... Well, a kill would be ideal, because a kill would give me steamroll. You heard footsteps over there. This is going to look pretty solid. I think this is a decent set of shots. That is a kill. That is steamroll for the team. With my 1 AP, I'm going to go shoot you with this SMG. I get a guaranteed glance. Good enough for me. With my remaining move point, I'm going to duck back in behind the wall because why let any alert guards fight me? Falcon's going to have a really easy time here. I will be heard. I do not care about that. I'm going to run for 1 AP. I'm going to duck in... Let's see. Actually, is there a reason to duck here? No, I want to generate one more tally for sure. So I'm going to actually run out to here. Melee strike might kill, so I'm going to claw instead. This will give me... not ideal anymore. Actually, probably not getting the kill as a result of this. Yeah, okay, whatever. We just don't get the buff. It is what it is. Down you go. Okay, we're escalating for sure. I guess I misjudged how much tally we were generating. No one else heard gunfire, and I thought we only triggered this twice, so I'm not sure where the other... Oh, maybe you did hear gunfire when rate came up, and I, like, misjudged that. That's entirely possible. No, wait, they're suspicious because they, got, woken up. I don't know where the other tally's coming from. That doesn't... Cool... Oh, it's from the corpse being spotted by a camera. That's what I wasn't realizing. Okay, my bad. Yeah, I'll put you here. I think you're fine where you are. You can end your turn. Tiger probably should drag someone over if we can help it. It's basically free enemies, so if I run here, I'm going to be in lure range of you. So why don't you come around over to here? You'll be nice and easy to kill. And I'm going to put you somewhere like this, where you're going to have pretty good line of sight. Yeah, this is... Yeah, let's turn off snapping. There we go. Go there. You have some good railgun shots. Also, let me throw it on Pinger. Let's bring as many guards as we can. Here you go. I could have done that previous turn. I forgot to. But now the entire group is definitely running our way. We are dragging all the guards to where we are, where we're already strong. This seems pretty good. All right, nice. Another solid enough looking armor. Putting you here in heavy cover seems pretty solid. Don't have the AP to shoot anymore, but it's not a big deal. All right, here we go. Oh yeah, I forgot. Refract was going to drop for that turn. So I did not need to hide behind that. I could have hid behind this crate over here. Mistake on my part. I think running is acceptable. Looks like it is not waking up that many more guards. I think the Hardened target group maybe just never goes. I'm unsure. Regardless, I want to be a little safe. So one thing I could do... So legit, if I shoot this person, I'm actually pretty sure, because I'm outside of their vision range, which is 18 meters, I would only count as hunted, and they would still count as alert, but they wouldn't know for sure where to go. I'm going to test this theory. I could be wrong about it, of course, but let's see what happens. I'm at, 20-something meters away. And yeah, I'm hunted because you can't actually see me. I'm too far out. So you're alert, and you're going to alert other guards near you, but until my team gets spotted, this doesn't actually hurt me any. That's, still being a little bit scary, because if they spot somebody, they're going to immediately go start fighting. How safe do I feel standing where I am, by the way? Because I don't really need to risk my health bar. I guess I should be more cautious, but I'm just not. You know what? I think it's fine. I'm going to delay. Tiger can't shoot yet. That's okay. Falcon, I think, is... she should maybe run one step to safety. Just, I want to be not easily spotted. Bubbles, however, can definitely do some stuff here. I'm going to have you nest. I'm going to have you take this kill. It's actually guaranteed, so I'm going to have you skull shot to get your AP back. Down you go. That is a nice 1,000 damage crit. We take those. All right, what do you guys got? You're going to turn. You're on the way. You are in a very easy-to-shoot spot. I appreciate you doing that. You're on the way, getting kind of close. You're on the way, getting kind of close. Actually, you're in an easy-to-shoot spot as well. I guess get an easy SMG shot here. Here you go. Shred. Nice. For safety, I could throw down look ahead. Sure, why not? Don't really feel like I need it, but it's cool. You're on the way up. You're hunting and investigating lure. We got some railgun shots here. Let's see. Well, Remake already won on initiative. I am curious, though. Okay, we go for this one because it'll be easy. And Falcon's going to clean up the other stuff, most likely. So you're fine where you are. Falcon should do pretty well here. They're... Yeah, you're already shredded, so this should be, like, really quite chill. Melee strike. That's looking pretty good. 2 claws should kill. Unless I get really unlucky. Well, I got unlucky in the first one. Didn't get unlucky on the second. We take those. We're going to escalate again. I think that is okay. At this point... Yeah, you're way over there. I don't want to end my turn spotted if I can help it. I'm going to yield to see what Bubbles can do. Unfortunately, it is not much. Okay, if he goes here, he's in revolver range. 18 to 26 meters is fine then, right? If I'm here and I'm attacking, I think we are likely to clean up as needed, so I think we can just take these shots and it's fine. 100% to hit, and then I can get more damage afterwards. In fact, I'm getting... Oh, you know, I could have used Empty Lung here. This would have been correct. Mistake on my part. I will nest for the stealth crit chance so that I can one-shot you. I get a 100% crit chance here. Guess what? Bye. Only have 1 Empty Lung charge. I'd rather not burn it, so I'm going to go ahead and do it like that. We can start running for loot boxes. Oh, you would... Okay, camera would see me. I don't care about that one. I'm going to grab this loot box. And we can let these guards run toward me. I don't really care. We're escalating. That's fine. Here's the group. Some blueprints that I can't use very well. Okay, we get our reinforcement escalation, so now we have as many guards we need to kill. It looks like this group just does not get woken up by Sec AI. They're always going to stand around. That's fine. Could probably still use lure on them. So now we got to cut tally a bit. I don't want to get ousted here. Okay, yeah. So yeah, they're just hanging around. He has boosted his team, which is a little bit rough, but it'll be fine. My team, yeah. So you're gonna do patrols basically. These people are given like patrol access. They're given patrol routes. I don't know why I said access. That's not really the right term for it. But they're on a patrol route, and you're just kind of on guard the VIP. Yeah, you're mostly on VIP guarding as your AI. Let's wait for these guys to move around. We can delay most of the team enough, so let's do that. You're walking over. You're running over. Does that give Bubbles a shot? No. That's really unfortunate that this isn't doable. What's your max range here? Your max range is 42, so this just like isn't a direct line of sight. It's kind of unfortunate. I've used Nest and... Yeah, just don't have the best of shots available. Yeah, I'm looking around and not seeing a lot of ones. Somewhere like this gives me like a shot. And it's probably not even that good. You are 20 meters away, which will work for my guns. You have nothing else to do, so sure. Have good sniper shot. Very good, as it turns out. I'm going to use Rapid Ready because a guaranteed kill, so this just puts max ammo back in the gun. Pretty safe crit. You're on the way. You're going that way. That's fine with me. Alright, what's next for me then? If I'm here, I can shoot you. I would only turn hunted, but being hidden is really valuable because it gives me the access to stealth crits. And so I'm actually going to knock this thing down. Also, probably want to kill the cameras. Not this turn, though. Got to knock this down as well to get my team up there. But yeah, I think knocking this down is worth it. I'm in jam kit range. It's good enough for me. I'm not too worried about them getting too close. Falcon has to rush this guy. That'll be fine. I'm going to try to give her a bit of support if I can be in range for anticipation. Let's see. Let me use my leverage. Oh, I didn't buy it. Okay. You know, that's fair. I guess that, yeah. I understand why I wouldn't have gotten leverage here. Okay. I'm going to anticipation just to make this kill a bit easier. I think it's fine. Could have used silence to get in range a bit sooner, but it's not a big deal. All right, Falcon, you should do reasonably well. Yes, you're running through a single camera. It's not that bad. I could try to hug through this way, but it might not work, so I'm just going to go like this. This kill should be pretty chill. You can even, like, solo that loot box, but I kind of want to be part of the team. Get debuffed, not a big deal there. I'm going to save the claw charges as... I think it makes sense. Someone's got to grab this loot box, so I'm going to go ahead and have her solo run for this. I think it's fine. This likely turns and sees me. It's not the end of the world, though. Remake should reload and basically wait for these guys to show back up. This has felt relatively safe and not going all that far. We're not escalating this turn, so there's no combat drugs to worry about. Tiger's relatively well hidden. Bubbles is not, and he rolled pretty low. I'm going to give him pre-computed to get him... I don't know, maybe go into Overwatch. That actually would work pretty well, I think, is going into Overwatch. Alright, so Bubbles still has Nest. If I Death Watch, I will get 3 sniper rifle shots with that, which should work reasonably well. And I think if we put it up here, like, yeah, this is going to be around 26 meters away. This weapon is accurate between 18 and 35. So if I Death Watch somewhere like here, we should catch reasonably good fights, while the enemies are also not in cover. This should work, and if I'm wrong, I'm sad. You're doing nothing. Yeah, you're doing defend the asset, which makes sense. You're on the way and probably get caught. Depends how fast you run, though. Down you go. Kato is moving, which is good for me. You're on the way. Not very effectively on the way, but, you know, it's okay, you tried. Let's wait for this Wildfire to have their turn. I think they're just on guard duty, but let's wait all the same. There's a break-in, I know it. But, yeah, still not in real combat, so no big deal. Okay, I'm going to have Falcon grab this. I'm not going to bother spending Burn Surge. It's not a big enough deal. We're not escalating without hitting more devices. This could be really good, actually. That might be one of the plus 1 shot E-Rifle batteries. It might not be, but it might be. If I'm here, I have direct shots onto you. I can't guarantee the kill, but it is likely to work. Actually, Tiger probably has a good shot as well afterwards, so I'm going to go for this. Now, they will hear gunfire, and that will actually make things a bit worse, but still, cleaning them up to me is worth it. I guess we're fine. I think she maybe generated tally and then immediately lost it. Let's see. You guys are going to start running up, and that can put me in somewhere a bit dangerous, so I'm going to stand back here. Should be fairly safe. Tiger has no attacks. Tiger can... I think Tiger going around the camera is correct here. You can go pretty far to get the first shot, but that seems not quite worth it. I'm kind of wasting AP in a sense, because I do want to actually kill these guys at some point, but I kind of want back-to-back railgun shots for that to happen. I can throw down lure, and I think I will. I'm going to try to drag you guys into this nice open area, which should work pretty well. You can drag VIPs. You cannot drag VIP bodyguards. They are resistant to that, essentially. But Tiger's Farmer she is. We are not escalating yet. We can wait. You can wait. You're still doing nothing. You're going to try to follow the VIP around. You're suspicious. You're going to this spot. And you're like, why am I here? You should wait till everyone else goes, because alert status is shared across the entire troop. So you would turn alert, and if someone was spotted, you had to get shot. I do not like that you chose cover, but I understand why you would choose cover. That would, you know, it's mechanically advantageous. I get it. I just don't like you. Your initiative is 22, which is quite high. I do have Downer, though, and so I'm very likely to be able to mess with stuff. I think you're within 18 meters. It's close, but I can do what needs to be done. It's not going to be a huge problem. I can get Overwatch or whatever. It'll be fine. So we go here. We start the chain. We get a nice crit. We get a nice shred. We get some debuffing going on. Should make the follow-up half decent. This is going to take a little bit. Pretty good crit there as well. And then, to be safe, put myself in a centering because I'm clearly out in the open. You do still have Nest on, but no one to attack, so sadly Nest is going away. You are quite heavily armored. I want to be in a spot where my shots are good. If I'm here, I don't have Nest, but I have shots. That seems pretty useful. You're going at 22. Do I have shots on you? No way. Okay. I might have you go late, though. I think having Tiger get a chance at shredding is worthwhile. We can get that box over there towards the exit, so I'm going to start running across the map. I realize I'm engaging with only part of my team. That is maybe very, very silly of me, but obviously it's too late now. Remake did not roll well uninitiated, by the way, so yeah, Muck is alerted. Remake is spotted. Thankfully, U2 rolled low, but Bubbles might have to go back into Overwatch for us. I think I'm going to put shots into the blood right. Forgot to wait for anticipation to get the crit chance here, but at least we're accurate. First shot looks good, sadly not a crit. Second shot looks decent. Shreds are still good. Yeah, so you two are going to run on your turns. And I got to make sure that my Cybernite's going to be safe when that happens, and I can't fully guarantee that, but Overwatch should go decently. So who should die? Probably, I mean, it doesn't really matter. They're all going late, but this feels like the best use of my time. If we get the crit, you're probably dead. We don't get the crit. It's not a guaranteed kill, but it's a very likely kill. Down you go. Oh, there's the crit. Mission complete. Never saw us coming. Well, they kind of saw us coming, but... the team is mostly back to hidden, except for my Cybernite, because there is a living witness. So we throw it on Deathwatch. Double checking some things again real quick. Max range of 42, optimal range of 35, means I don't want to hit quite an optimal range. So let's cut that down by about 5 meters or so, something like that. I might actually aim it a little bit towards the right. In case they come around this way, I want to catch that. Reinforcements. That shouldn't be a huge deal. Tiger rolled really well. That kill seems pretty free. That kill seems really difficult, so I'm thinking just take our freebie and that's okay. He only has one Overwatch shot. That's a little bit scary. I might actually refract Remake here. Let's take this kill and let's just like keep Remake a little bit safe here. I think it is correct to deliver that safety, to be honest. So if I go here, I can easily refract. That will keep Remake quite safe in almost all cases. I don't think they'll have any shots here. Like that, I think is reasonable. It blocks my Overwatch shots, but I don't think they can get me. I'm trying to think like what angles they would have. I think this is fine. If I'm able to lure, I might want to lure these guys somewhere weird. Like even if I like keep them still, at least they won't turn alert, and that's good for me. So I'm gonna have these guys stand around. I think that is reasonable. And then I will once again try to drag random guards to that location. I think it'll be relatively open and fine. Okay, you're doing nothing on this turn. That's cool with me. You're gonna... Yep, nice. That's good enough for me. I did try to leave that line of sight open, and I'm glad I got that. Let's go ahead and wait and see what happens, and then the entire team go this way. We've gotten our kills, of course, so now it's just maximize loot and leave. So yeah, you're suspicious, but you're caught by lure, so you're doing nothing that actually threatens me. Getting seen by the camera no longer really matters, though I would like to not escalate. It's already escalating this turn anyway. In fact, I'm probably going to go for 20 on purpose, so I can double escalate. Should still wait for the last couple moves, even though I know they're going to be following lure here. Tiger rolled well. Vito rolled better. Bubbles... Let's see if I can do it by himself. If he can't, then I'll have somebody else trigger something. But, I will run you to here. Let's see if that triggers twice. Yep, okay, we're at 20. That's perfect. You're going to be using a revolver relatively soon. Remake probably gets his kill. I'm not too worried about it. I will have you... Oh, I can't have you yield. That makes sense, actually. I can put you here and it's going to be fine. I guess I'm already spotted right now, so it doesn't really matter if this guy sees me. But being behind some barrels seems pretty good. Yeah, no line of sight for perimeter eye. Not a huge deal, though. As per usual, let's try to go down to 4 AP. That should be about right. That gives me full auto plus an SMG follow-up if needed. Okay, you... I'm going to full auto anyway because it's not like I can reload. Down you go. That is downer hitting almost everyone, but not quite everyone. Most of the team is now back to hidden. My CK is still spotted, and this is not the best of cover. They can absolutely see from over here, so this is a little bit scary. I don't have look-ahead back. Thankfully, my entire team still rolled higher initiative, and I'm pretty sure Remake, yeah, can't roll too low. So if I can get to a spot where I have direct line of sight, which I cannot, I'm just going to go up here and We'll do what needs to be done. Turns out, by the way, with there being a corpse spotted by a camera, we also had that going on. We already got to 20. Not the end of the world. Escalation looks like it's blank. We take those. Remake has tools. I believe Jam Kit is... No, Jam Kit is actually back. But I cannot reload and shoot full auto here. If I have Steamroll but not Downer. It makes this turn a little bit awkward. Also, you're still alert. Kind of forgot about that one. I think we reload no matter what. I think we can probably get refract value. And I can shoot this gun full auto. Bubbles does not have any attacks right now. I think I want to group the team up a fair bit, though. And the difficult thing is this guy goes in the middle. So he can, like, run up here, and if they run over here, we're in, like, this weird spot where he turns them all alert. But I'm going to try to get refract value. I'm going to put you here, then wait. I'm going to put Tiger pretty far up, actually. Okay, right about here is fine. I'm going to refract like so. This should block pretty much every avenue that matters. I guess there's kind of a shot. Not really. I mean, there. That is kind of a shot. I'm just not too worried about it. I'm going to put anticipation on you before you turn into combat. That way we have crit chance on the tankiest enemy. That is debuffable. Because some of them, you know, can't be hit anymore as they're already alert. Namely that captain. Put you here seems fine. You're behind refract. I forgot to jam kit this. That's my mistake. But I can still delay behind Tiger. So you're on the way, but you should not... Yep. You did not get anything for that one. Okay, your roommate can keep waiting then. I'm not in a huge rush. I could rewind somebody, but I don't need to just yet either. You are alert, and you actually might attack. You have an attack. You have an attack. Yep. Ow. I should have used centering. That's my fault. You're running over there. It doesn't matter. Okay. So time to play it out. 100% to hit. Inside optimal range. I guess the optimal range of that gun is just not actually real. We take those. That's great for me. 2 shots here seems fine. Good enough. Yep, good enough. Nice crit. You can just kind of run forward. It's fine. Refract will... No, Refract is on this turn, so Refract is still up for all of next turn. I have no way of getting attack on this guy, so I'm just going to jam kit this and run up. Camera doesn't matter, I don't think. Not too worried about this one. Just going to take the loot. I have no attacks, as I said. 11k, not a very big deal. Falcon can run up, and that's fine. Scariest guy is going to be Gamma here, so I'm going to try to not generate tally, because I have no reason to generate tally like on purpose. Remake can pre-compute unless she won. She did not win, so pre-compute it is. Great, you're going first. And then I can shoot this guy, which, yeah, seems reasonable enough. I know I don't have Downer. I mean, we can definitely lose to him in initiative, but I think Falcon gets his kill almost every time. I guess not literally every time. Oh, I guess the actually debuff hurt me. Let's see. Where was the shot on me, by the way? It was 92 to hit because I was debuffed, right? I had this. Okay. Yeah, centering would have helped some. I would have been, what, 68 to hit? Guaranteed glance still, but yeah, ow. Mistake on my part. I'll centering myself because I can't move anyway. Be a little bit harder to kill, I guess. The debuff now drops. I'm at like 48 to hit now. 42, something around there. How'd the rolls go? Well enough. Okay. So I'm going to put you here. It's not actually close enough. I'll put you here. I will do my 0 AP Metal Screen Pulse. Might as well shred your armor. That's the wrong button. There we go. 0 AP Metal Screen Pulse. 3 claw attacks probably kill you. First one is a glance. Second one is a hit. Third one is guaranteed. Good job to you. I'm thinking grab the loot box and come down makes sense, to be honest. I guess for now I can delay, though, and have my team take more actions first. Putting you here seems pretty reasonable. Good crit, good shred. Let's slow you down just in case. Probably not going to need it, but still. No real reason not to go for that. I'm going to yield to Tiger and let her run in for the sword kill. If we can be silent, it helps not trigger more guards. This seems totally fine. This kill seems very, very doable. I don't care that you can see me. My bad. My bad. I was careless here. You've already been look-aheaded, but there we go. Yeah, can't do much about the fact that I potatoed this. Oh well. Bubbles gets this no problem, right? From here you have 2 shots. You are hidden, so if I can attack from stealth, that's actually better hit chance. You might be obstructed, but you're gonna be like 90 to hit. Yeah, obstructed for 10, but plus 25 for surprise target. Never had any living witnesses, and I gotta say, they added, they made these changes a month or so ago, maybe a bit less, and I've really enjoyed the fact that it's much easier to dip back into hidden status as long as you actually kill the guys who had seen you. It makes it just really gratifying to like play that layer of the game out. Unfortunately, I generated 1 more talent than I meant to by, I think, being seen by a camera or something. Actually, I might have started the turn on the camera, so no way around that one. Regardless, not bad. It's got another AR suppressor, which will help for an urban assault. Not too worried about you. We are escalating. It is very, very likely to be reinforcements. It is reinforcements. They are behind some geometry and honestly too far away to matter. Let's start running towards the exit. We know where you're going, and it's basically nowhere, so... Okay. Tiger... I'm just going to have you drop lure just to really help us guarantee we have the space. Have you end your turn, or stop for there for now. And yeah, we're getting what we want. So yeah, welcome to late game. If you're not running into high-level corporal factions, your power level is this high, and you do get to run them over. I'm going to have you delay and let this guy get away. She was going to turn around and see me and turn alert, and I don't want to deal with that one, but whole team can get out at this point. Sec level 9 is not a huge deal. Oh, shoot. Hold on. I need to change a setting here. There's a setting for if you ever have your entire team on the evac square, you evacuate. So I need to gameplay, and this is I haven't changed it before because yeah, I'm gonna turn off auto extraction. Okay. Now I won't extract when I walk over that. I don't know if walking over. Okay, I'm gonna test something. If I have the spare AP, there we go. Let's turn auto extraction back on. Enable auto extract, great. Okay, one thing I'm curious about. Okay, I don't have the AP to spare. I think it makes you end your move. If I had 1 more AP to spare, I would like walk like this and see if I get taken off or not. I just don't know the answer. Yeah, it looks like it waits. So maybe I didn't have to change that one. It is what it is. I personally like auto extraction. Occasionally I will like forget to have somebody extract, or I'll like want them to end their turn and have the option of like extract when they're all gone, but otherwise chill. Either way, worked just fine. We knocked down some D-Cartel people. Sadly, my CK is down for a bit, but it's not too bad. We feed in some XP, which is nice. We get paid decently well. Honestly, relatively happy with the stuff in the boxes. No new weapons, but we're pretty strong in weapons already. We are up to PL6. We're going to see more new story content come in soon. We'll eventually have that coming on. We have to eventually finish our Fade Light Blades mission, but they're all going to be grabbed at power level 6, which means they're going to be worth more stuff to us. Okay, for the rest of this episode, it's going to be base management, as we have a little bit of downtime before the next set of missions come up. I always forget what I was going to do in this character. Oh, actually, we have a new talent here. This is banned, this is banned. Drone talents are mostly useless. I could go into ult pump cardio jolt, but the problem is I would have to grab like 4 travel nodes to grab ult pump. To me, that's not worth it. I would rather multi-class into soldier, and I'm going to do that. And I'm going to grab, honestly, probably Overwatch is correct. I am enjoying Iron Grip, but I'm going to go into this side of things. And there's also a world where I respec out of centering, grab these 5 points back, even though the crit chance is nice, and just go much more aggressively into grabbing Savagery, recoup, things like that. I'm going to keep everything else. Actually, I could drop Scramble as well. You know, I'm going to do that. I'm going to respec, and just because I don't usually play anything but solo class Cyber Knight, now I'm still going to grab all the pieces of this. I'm going to grab all the pieces of Downer. I will wait on the bottom row of Rewind right now. I'm going to wait on the look ahead stuff right now. With multi-class, I can go into Soldier. And the tough thing is I don't have Iron Grip here, but I have this going on. So you cap out Recoup so that I can get a bunch of AP return. You cap out Savagery, and now you have, you know, a 2-turn window of a whole lot of stuff you can do. This works really well, I find. I can't learn Iron Grip at talent cap, but this is you know, you're incredibly AoE, like assault rifle combat ready. The problem is going to be recoil control, and because I don't have room for Iron Grip, I'll have to take cybernetics for that one, which is fine. I'm down to do it. Goodbye to my move speed reduction and cooldown and look ahead. It was nice. I quite liked it, but I'm going for combat power, so I'm going to start taking rewind now. It's definitely weaker here. I basically went into CK to get a bunch of 1-point wonders, 2 combat talents here that I think are quite good, and then, you know, these are the things I've capped out there. I think it's very reasonable. I think treating you is fine. Dr. Ash is busy. Going from 6 days down to 3 is pretty good, I think. So, Luther, hook me up. I can train my Vanguard. She's now 16. I believe... Okay, yeah, Pinger is capped out now. Lure is capped out now. I got what I wanted out of Refract already. In the Sniper tree, I don't have any new talents. I don't want to upgrade Skull Shot. So, now we're down to make your current tools better. I am tempted to look at minus evasion on anticipation. Not sure it's correct. Honestly, there's a pretty good chance that silence is worthwhile. I actually kind of forget. Oh, no, yeah. Baseline silence gives move speed. But if you invest in silence, you can get a bunch of crit chance and crit damage, which is only for the 1 attack. But, like, this is a good amount of bonus damage for the 1 attack. So, I'm not hating. I think we'll do this sum, and it'll be half decent. This is actually, like, this is enough damage. Yeah, I think it's enough damage that it's reasonable. But of course, I'm at talent cap until 19, so done for now. Sniper gets the plus here. All he can do is invest in what he's currently got. Can't grab much out of this. That's already capped out as well. I think we're going to keep grabbing points in fleeting, and then eventually we can grab a bit more range on empty lung, which is probably fine. Yeah, for now we just go make fleeting a bit better. When it pops, we get some move points and move speed, which will be decent. It's not super synergistic with Nest necessarily, but we'll find value. That's the training being done. Okay, great. You're going to be back from medical, which is good. We should start getting people into the detox now. So let's sort by stress. Who is most stressed? You, but you're in detox. You're in the trainer. We can have you leave. You're wounded, but it's getting fixed, and you're going to go back in and do stuff. So, okay. Yeah, you're coming out. You're going... Okay, so you can actually go detox, and that's fine. That's going to line up pretty well with bench count. So let's spend our 0 hours. Nice. NanoFab is done for the wave red dot. That's wonderful. One of your agents has been captured by an Arrowhead cell. You need to bust them out. Patrick is got bagged by some Arrowhead snatchers. They're taken to a max prison. Don't think we can help them. But they haven't gotten him yet. They're bringing someone in to make him talk. So... temporary prison. Fair enough. Prison breakout. Up against Arrowhead. Fair enough. Ooh. Roots return, but have been shot at least twice. I forgot to use tokens to make legwork better. I just forgot. Wow. Apologies. I like just forgot she was on that mission, and so she got hurt. That's unfortunate. Corporate cop interrupted our little chat. I got chewed up, but the message is sent. This is messy. It is messy. Has gained nothing from the mess we left. The connection is at least still willing to deal with him. So we didn't burn anything, but yeah, I had a bunch of tokens and just forgot to do anything with that one. That's my fault. I literally had tokens I could have spared and just didn't. I just forgot. Oh well. Oh nice, we finally got the new map here. So Portside Shiv is new for me. Looking forward to that next mission. That'll be fun. I'm still going to drop a little bit of cash to have her get fixed up a little bit faster. Also going to have you detox. I need you to get your wound fixed. Let's go have you do that. 4 days and 33k for Dr. Ash seems just fine. You can go detox. And then you... do I want to spend money to get you treated faster? 8k for a day I think is fine. 7k for... Let's do it this way. I think that makes sense. I think that's mathematically accurate. Yeah, still, my bad. Someone can still detox, though. Who can that be? You're in treatment. You're in surgery. And you have very little stress, so who cares? Okay, we'll leave it open for now. It's fine. We can run some legwork here, of course. We can continue Fade Light Blades in a little bit. That's going to be fine as well. I'm going to burn this token to drop my heat some. And then I'm tempted to bump Counter Intel. Really do want to get people in for new cyberware. So let's see who is available to get that to happen. You've got a display link, but I want to start giving you other stuff here. Similar boat for you, actually, where I want to give you probably legs. Well, there's actually something here, so we can give you a combat link. There's higher levels of combat links. You can get level 2s and level 3s that give more stats here. So I'm actually going to wait and go for a higher level one and not go for a combat link 1. But I think Neural Synaptic Accelerator 2 or 3 is pretty reasonable. I think 3 is... Oh no, sorry, this is Accelerator 2. This is still pretty cheap. It's good stats. I kind of want to wait for 3 for both this and legs, I think. Oh no, I already have legs 3. Okay, did I want legs 2 or legs 3? Legs 3 are pretty expensive. Legs 2 are a lot cheaper. I think it's... Let's see. It costs a lot more. And it's not that many more stats. Okay, we'll do legs 2 on everybody. He's got 6 open benches. We can do a lot of this here. I think legs 2 on everybody. And then trying to wait and getting Synaptic 3 is appropriate. I think that will be reasonable enough. You are under-equipped. That is fine. I can give you... You haven't gotten Neural Toner yet. You should get that. Dr. Ash is the cheapest. 10 days isn't too bad. That's fine. I should wait... No, I'm going to delay that legwork, actually. It'll be fine. I'm going to send you in for similar stuff here. I'm going to give you legs 2. And I'll start spending the money to give my team some stats. That seems fine. Everyone else is now busy or detoxing or whatever. That's fine. When your mercs on a legwork to gain some influence and whatever. I'm going to... You know what? Let's see who can run it. Absolutely nobody. That makes sense, actually. Let's delay for now. Yeah, okay, right. We're still playing time for it. This is going to be due in only 4 days, so we have only so much time. Influence break for you. Do I care what you do? Not at all. I'll just take armor blueprints then. Height break for you. Max cunning, max handling. That's... Cunning's kind of useful, but handling is XP, so... Seems fine. Great, we'll cap that out. Influence break for you. I'm actually probably going to take Puppet Master here. I want to boost utility programs. They are valuable. Your other things don't matter nearly as much, but at the end of the day, it's something. I had run into an issue where Indebted wasn't giving me favors. I'm unsure if it's... if you ever level it up more than once that happens. I'm unsure. But either way, we'll take Puppet Master here. I think it's worthwhile. Let me see if I can find anything in my, like, timer here. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. Yeah, okay, so November 7th, he theoretically gave me a favor. Let's check, right? So Poe is indebted 1, right? Let's see. So Poe's indebted 1, and he owes me 3 favors right now. And he's supposed to give me 1 favor per month. So pretty soon, around December 3rd, we'll get another one. We should anyway. We got a snag with the Fade Light Blades. So, yeah, there's Fade Light Traffic and Freight under the protection of a Syndicate soldier. And so he wants us to owe an obligation. In order to run this, I can live with the cost of doing business. Consider my obligation owed. Fine. Great. We owe you something. Not that I have to actually uphold this. If we burn the relationship, I don't think it matters. But we've done it. Cool. Here's the new story missions opened up. A Jupiter shareholder wants to discuss your 7/8 services. This is a big ticket. It is indeed. We've got a lot of things on offer. Chimera Deflection is the rest of the power play now, right? To get Fade Light Blades. That makes sense. We have to basically bodyguard her, I think it is. Yeah, just bodyguard her in. Bunch of influence is pretty reasonable to get the new service there. That seems cool and all. Okay, so yeah, we bumped him. We're going to be owed a favor relatively soon, I believe. Still no one is... Yeah, no one's available. That makes sense. That's fine. I don't believe there's anything else I want to build here. I could bump Underworld Hub. It's not that expensive, and it gives me even more tokens to use. It lowers the cooldown, and I get even more labor chance per token. I'm pretty tempted here. I think I'm going to do it. Influence Break for you. Great. Omicron Rook Implants level 2 is perfect, actually. That's great. Thank you very much. I could trade favors. I have 5, but that's, again, that's perfect here. I have it written down somewhere what all the other options are. I just don't remember them off the top of my head. You can't take surgery, so I really can't. I guess I could go here and look at some of them. Yeah, I can't because I'm in the Simstream trainer, so I guess when my knight is back from recovery, we can look at things. Also, I can maybe give her some stuff for more influence and whatnot. So let's see. Will I remember which ones they are? Probably not. I think we had this one last time. Oh yeah, the heavy haul is a new one, so you can basically get a better dual haul MXP. It comes with -3 recoil and +2 strength. You can carry 2 heavy weapons, so kind of fun stuff there. Only costs a little bit more. Only 1 more day of downtime, so realistically, the better option, all things considered. If you're going to go with this one, grab that one. But you do need some heavy lungs for the move speed mitigation. I don't believe there's new skin. I don't believe there's new bones. I don't believe there's anything new here either. I could be wrong, but I believe there's not. Fast brain, I think nothing new here as well. In the spine, I think... Oh yeah, Gunlink 0. Might have had that one the last one, I don't remember. But Gunlink 0 is here and gives... I think it was from level 1 though. Quadributter, obviously there's nothing here. You do get this, yes. You get the Gray Line Adrenal Pump. The tooltip is currently broken, but it is basically a chest slot for healing. Or sorry, it's a chest slot for healing when normally you can get like a Regen Core or Titan Heart. But normally you have to go somewhere else for this, but you can get it here. Normally it's in the lung slot here with the Phreak life flow and things, but you can get it in a different slot here in case you don't want any of these. To be fair, unless you're a Warmachine, I think the chest slot is arguably the weakest slot, so based on what this actually does, it might be more than healing. I don't know. We have to fix the tooltip, but that's, I think, one of the adds, and then these all look pretty normal. So yeah, probably going to end up going for a recoil Triank, so I can ignore a bunch of recoil and be better at using assault rifles. I think Triank 2 is usually enough. I want to get her wound fixed first, though, so 5 days of 41k seems fine to me. Actually, 4 days 37k is even better. Let's go here. Oh, my, you are back. Okay, so I need to give you some surgery here. I'm going to give you ADVX filter, so that way you have the move speed penalty mitigated at -15%, which allows you to get the XT Jack. XT Jack 3000 isn't a whole lot better, but it does give some armor. It's 2 strength. It's, you know, meaningfully more expensive, but essentially getting rid of the move speed penalty, even though it's not that big. Yeah, so we start with lungs here. Luther has the space for it, no big deal. And we keep playing time forward. You're getting fixed up. That's great. I probably should detox you, to be honest. Your stress is high enough that I care about that. Your cyber surgery is done for that for Synaptic Accelerator. Counter Intel is ready to be upgraded. We'll spend that cash here. Down to 1 million. Yeah, so I have these guys in the trainer still. I have a couple of you guys in the detox, which debatably useful. Portside Shiv, though, is ready to rock. And that's going to be next. It's a prison break on a brand new map, so I'm definitely going to run it. Basically got to bring the team out of the Simstream trainer, which is fine, we can do that. So the team here for Portside Shiv, Matrix Snoop seems worthwhile. We're going to bring a hacker after all. I'll bring unplugged cameras, it's not that expensive, although it might not be optimal. Account is going to go, and we will grab everybody else. The rest of this episode is going to be basically gearing up the team for the mission. So we kick them out of the trainer, and I think we can take the Scourge. That seems fine enough to me. Take you back out of the detox. There's no cost to going in and out of the detox, so that's fine overall. This is going to be the team, and it's time to gear people out. So let's sort by highest gear. There's been a request for creating a unequip all button, which I think is actually pretty useful. So we might get that at some point, but for now I have, you know, this guy, and it's good enough. Okay, that is my team unequipped. Great, that's ideal. Alrighty, so let's see. Vidon is my best E-rifle holder, as you have close quarters accuracy. So we're going to give you this guy. We'll give you one of the melees. Let's just go down to only light weapons and powerful and rare. And I don't think you have much full auto damage. I might. I think we give you. I'm not sure if I want melee or not here. I think this is fine. Not sure what's correct, all things considered, but also, ooh, okay. You have full auto damage and crit damage. I will, in fact, give you the SMG as your secondary then, because you're going to full auto a decent amount. So you've got this going on. A lot of initiative, a lot of fun things here. We'll give you Niz Nitrate Hobgoblins, and for safety, we'll give you one of the healers, I think, as well, actually. Take a medical kit. That seems fine. My soldier is very much a sniper man, so you're going to be getting the big railgun. Along with the big railgun, we'll give you a sword or a club. Probably a club. Clubs don't require as much investment. He actually has moderate amounts of strength. Maybe we do go sword here, actually. One of my better melee attackers, all things considered. And I'm also going to give you like one of the initiative and action point ones, because he's going to be kind of in the back anyway. So we'll give you initiative, and then give you once again Niz Nitrate Hobgoblin. It's not the name, I don't care. Give you a smoke, so you have some sort of team support. It seems reasonable enough to me. Last year, going to be the Agent EX and the Wire Ghost. Let's give the EX the assault rifle, and as for secondary, I think we can stick with melee. It's going to be fine. I think we can stick with the upgraded Nano Edge. I think it's not the best weapon, but I think it has some value. And I'll give you a bunch of evasion as well, since you're going to be in smoke a decent amount of the time, or you might be. And we'll give you this mix of stuff. We're actually going to give you hyper VCAPs. And then the final character is going to be the Wire Ghost. You can either hold a sniper rifle, which I am not in love with, or a shotgun. Shotgun is much, much louder. Well, meaningfully louder. Sniper might work. You have good tech, so you might crit a decent amount. Giving you a club seems fine. Giving you initiative armor seems like a good idea. And I'm going to do similar things as I say here. Have some combat drugs. You'll find a way to use things. I'm sure it'll be fine. I'm really tempted to switch the club out to somebody who... Yeah, I'm going to switch this one out. The reason I'm going to switch this is because since you have tech, you have crit chance. And this weapon has crit damage on it. And so you actually get some value there. Whereas my Agent EX doesn't have much strength and thus doesn't have much value in base kinetic damage. Does have some crit chance as well, don't get me wrong. Right, it's also relatively high, but to me this all makes sense here. Maybe it's not exactly ideal, but I think it's close enough here. So only one set of heals. We've all got combat drugs, which I think is good. We've got relatively high level weapons, aside from the sniper rifles, not that great. I mean, but the Wire Ghost is not my main combatant, so it's not a huge deal. This will be the team. It will be my first time playing this map, which I'm pretty excited for. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.